Nice. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Um, yeah, we are announcing bad weather, so I decided to have this as a remote class. No need to put you guys in danger. So we are here. Today we continue from where we stopped last time. So let me first of all share my screen with you. Now for this week, I'm looking for my okay, this is my class right here. So I'm gonna share this with you now. So for this week, which is week 4, um, you can see my screen now, I believe. Um, this is what we have for this week. We start a new chapter. We started as a matter of fact, we started it last Thursday, but we continue with that. Excel assignment 1 is due on Sunday. Homework 3 is due on Sunday. So you have 3 assignments due this week. Homework 2 has been there for a long time, so I believe you should be able to finish it this week. But this is on the 3 assignments we have. That there's no class work this week except the assignments. Okay. So let us continue from where we stopped. So computing coefficient of variation. We did this first one. I remember I mentioned that the formula is standard deviation over mean times 100. And we solved this last week. Now, this is the one we didn't do. Is there another way you can see the question on coefficient of variation? Say there that the a sample um a sample annual salaries in thousands of dollars for entry-level accountants in Dallas and New York City during the year 2015 are listed below. These are in thousands. For example, this one, 41.6 means $41,600 a year. 50.0 means $50,000 a year. This is the 2015 data. I mean, the accountants earn much more than that now. So it's for Dallas and it's for New York. And it says, find the coefficient of variation for each of the 2 data sets, then compare the results. So now, unlike this one where you are given the mean and the standard deviation, this one you are not given the mean and the standard deviation. That means you have to calculate it by yourself. So how do we do it? The fastest way is to, first of all, put it in a table form, make a table of values, put them in that table of values, and then using the formula for mean, calculate the mean, and then using the formula for the standard deviation, calculate the standard deviation. We did that already in the class. I showed you the formula and I give you examples how to do it. Now, I'm going to use Excel for this so that you can also learn how to do it in Excel. So again, the first thing is to make a table of values for it. And I did it in Excel, and you can see where I have it located here. Okay. Right here. I see the Dallas data and New York data. So we're going to calculate the mean, calculate the standard deviation, then calculate the coefficient of variation, which is what we are looking for, of variation. So these are the three things. Actually, what we are trying to get is the coefficient of variation, but we need the mean and the standard deviation should be able to do that. So the mean, again, if you're doing it with calculator, I can use the formula for the mean, and otherwise with Excel, make it faster. Put equal sign first so that you can put the cell in a ready mode for work. So now for mean is average, type average. It will pop out here. Double click and highlight this. Press the enter key after that. It will give you the mean. Okay. Now, one good thing about Excel is that once you do the first one, you can just copy the formula to the next one. It will calculate the next for you. So let's do it and just copy the formula so you can see how thick this cross is. As soon as I bring it closer to this box, it changes to a skinny cross. At that point, you click, hold and drag. It will calculate the mean for New York City. Now, standard deviation, you have equal. This is a sample. So you have stdev.s. It's a sample. It pops out. Double click, highlight the Dallas data set. Press enter key. It will give you the standard deviation, and then you copy it to the next, to New York. It calculates the standard deviation for New York. At this point, you are ready to calculate the coefficient of variation, which is standard deviation divided by the mean, equal standard deviation. Now, for division in Excel, is a / divided by the mean, and press the enter key. Then, copy that right here. Now, for the coefficient of variation is a percentage. So you just highlight it and make it a percent. Click on the percent symbol at the top. We normally would like 2 decimal places. So I'm going to change it to 2 decimal places. And then change everything here to 2 decimal places, which is still better. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So this is the coefficient of variation. So you can see that New York data varies more than the Dallas data. It varies more than that. So there's more variation in the annual income of accountants in New York City than in Dallas. Does anybody have a question on this?
Hi, Professor. I wanted to ask if you could do the coefficient of variation one more time, please. I understood everything else.
Okay, good. So let me read one more time then. So now it's only the formula. If you remember, the formula is standard deviation divided by the mean times 100. So that's the formula we use right here, which means put equal sign first. And this is the standard deviation for Dallas, 4.47. Click on it. Then put the /, which is the division symbol for Excel, divided by the mean, which is the mean right here. And then you press the enter key. Okay, then for the New York, just copy the formula to New York. It will calculate one for New York. And then you change it to percent by clicking on the percent symbol at the top. Or you can just right click here, click on format cells, choose percentage, and click OK. it will change to percent. So this is the new one that I calculated for you. Is it clear, more understanding now, right? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, good. You're welcome. Sure. Now, that ends the coefficient of variation. Now let's look at the group data set. Now, for group data sets, the mean and the variance and the standard deviation, we have to introduce one thing to that, which is the frequency. So that make the formula for calculating this mean, median, mode, and standard deviation and variance for group data a little bit challenging. But all you have to do is to know the formulas and how to use the formula, and you should be fine. So we're looking at let's start with the what we call weighted mean. Why do we call it weighted mean? We call them weighted mean because we assign weight to the individual classes. Okay, we assign weight for them. For example, your GPA, your grade point average. Each class you take has a credit load, and that is the weight. Then your grade on it is now can now be used to calculate the weighted mean, which is the GPA for you. Now, another type of weighted mean is if you know the credit score. Credit score is an average score that's composed of many things: your payment history, your income, your balance, what your balance is on the credit card, if you have missed payments. So all these things are the weight. They have points that are assigned and computed together to get your credit score. Okay. Now, that's another example of a weighted mean. So anyway, the one we're going to calculate, this is the formula for the weighted mean. X bar, which represents the mean, weighted mean, is sum of the weight times X over sum of weight. Let's just try it with this lady's score. It's a Jessica scores, make it 18. Jessica's scores in the various courses are presented on the table here. See the score: English 80, the credit load is three, that's the weight, and she got an A on that, which is 4 points. History, the credit load, which is the weight, is 3, and she got C, which is 2 points. Statistics, the credit load is 4, and she got a B, which is 3 points. Biology, credit load is 2, and she got a D, which is 1 point. It's a compute Jessica's GPA as grade point average. So to do that, we now put this information in this table of values, the credit and the grade. Then we need to get weight times the grade. So that means let me write some of this thing down. For this, you're gonna get first of all multiply this weight times X. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so I'm gonna make it 14, 18. See? So we add all this. We add all of them. Yeah, the 12 plus 6 is 8. 12 plus 12, as a matter of fact, is 24. Plus 6, 30. Plus 2, 32. Then the weight, 3 plus 3 is 9. Sorry, 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 4, 10. Plus 2, 12. So that we have that, this will not allow me to put this formula here. So I'm going to get the formula from this, excuse me, from the other workbook. Sum of weight times X is 32, and sum of weight is 12. So let me go and get it from that workbook. I'll take you to that workbook. I'm using it for now. So you have that equation, sum of weight times 1 minute. Okay, sum of weight times this times right here times x. So I'm going to make it to be big enough. Is 32. Okay. And the sum of weight itself is 12. So I'm going to copy this so we can have them both there, right there. Okay, from the what we have on the table. So we got sum of weight. Okay, I didn't copy it right. So I'm going to undo. Let me go and copy it again. I didn't copy it right. Yeah. Control C. Okay, and I go back and type it in. Control V. Okay, so you can see the sum of weight times x, the sum is 32 right here. Sum of weight, and it is 12 right here. So you just plug it into this formula, get our grade point average. So let's go and put it in. So taking you to that workbook again. So that means her GPA. Jessica's, I'll just put GPA to save space. GPA for her equals, which is the weighted mean, will be sum of weight. Okay, weight times x, whatever sum of weight. Okay, which is as you can see from here, we have from here that the sum of weight times s is 32 and sum of weight is 12. So you're gonna answer, you're gonna be 32 divided by 12. 32 over 12. Now we can put this in a calculator to get the GPA. 32 divided by 12. Okay. So we have 32 by 12. Where's my calculator at? Okay. So I'm going to close this. So 32 by 12. So we got 32 divided by 12. 2.67. 2.67 is 2.67. 2.67. So we're gonna copy this. Okay, and place it right here in our main workbook. 2.67. So how do we interpret the interpretation of this? Remember to interpret your work. Jessica's GPA. Sorry. GPA is 2.67. So any question to that? Okay, no question. Okay, excellent. Now we can try a more challenging one. So this one says the data below represent the net worth in billions of 45 national corporations. You are required to make this in a little bit bigger. Okay, you are required to this is the net worth and the frequency. You are required to find the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation, and then interpret your work. So to do this, you need to put this in a table form, prepare a table of values for this. And that's what I have here. So I'm going to put them in this table. The class interval and the frequency are given already. So class interval is here. That's net worth frequency. So I'm going to type the frequency since it is given already. So let me write them down and type them in this table. So before you can answer any of this, you must get the table of values completed first. Let me write the frequencies down so we can put them in there. Excuse me. So let's go and put the frequencies down because it's given. It doesn't require any calculation because it is already given to you. Okay? Make it 6. 16. Come on. Okay. All right. Have frequencies. We have 2, 8, 15, 7, 10, 3. Now the midpoint. Remember the midpoint. The formula is to add the lower interval plus the upper interval by 2. So if the midpoint for this would be 10 plus 20 by 2. So we got the calculator. You can have 10 plus 20 divided by 2. 15. So we go down and put 15. 15. So follow that method to get the rest of the midpoint. And I have it here. I have it down here. That 21 plus 31 divided by 2 will give me 26. So the rest of them, I'm going to put them in. 37, 48, 59, 70. Again, remember, you won't be able, for group data, you will not be able to answer all these questions unless you complete preparing the table of values like this. Now, cumulative frequency is, remember the first cumulative frequency is the same as the first frequency is 2. So to get the next one, you add to the next number, to the next frequency, which is 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 plus 7 is 32. And then 32 plus 10, 42. And 42 plus 3 is 45. Now, if you add all the frequencies, you're going to get 45 as well. You can verify that with your calculator. Okay. Now, let's get frequency times x. That means this frequency here times x. So 2 times 15 is 30. And 8 times 26, excuse me, is 208. You can verify that. So following that method, I got the rest of them. 555, 336, 590, 210. And when you add all this, you're going to get 1929. You can verify this with your calculator. Now we need to get this part, frequency times x, because we need it to get the variance. Okay? I mean frequency times x squared, which means that you'll be multiplying this frequency here times x squared in order to get this. But to get it, you need to get the x squared first. X squared means x times x. So this is an x right here. So 15 times 15 will give us 225. Okay. Now 26 times 26 will give us 676. You can verify that. So I got the rest like that, 1359. 2304. Got 3481. Okay. 4900. So now you multiply these two, this times this to get this one. So 2 times 225. 2 times 225 gives you 450, which you can verify. 8 times 4, 8 times 676 give 5408. Okay. 15 times 1369 give you 20535. So following that method, you get the rest of them. 161.28. Okay. We get 34810. Then 147.00. When you add all of this, which you can verify with your calculator, you're gonna get 92,031. So you can see. Now, when preparing this table of values, be very careful because any mistake you make here, all your answers will be wrong. So be very careful. Now we have that f times s squared total is right here. F times s, this is the total. Frequency, this is the total. Now we are ready to answer the question, the mean, median, and so on and so forth. So for the mean, we have that f times x is 1929. Let me write this down. Sum of f times x, okay, is 1929, which you can see from here, 1929 is f times x. And sum of frequency is 45, which you can see from here. Our frequency is 45. Now we can go and calculate the mean based on that. Okay, we'll take you to where we can put the other workbook, where we can put the formula. The mean, which is x bar for the x bar for the mean. Okay, equal. We got the sum of f times x divided by sum of f. Okay, which is now you can see that from the main workbook that the sum of f times x right here is 1929 and sum of f is 45. So you can just put it right there and get our answer. So we got 1929 over 45 to give us the mean. So let's do it in the calculator. So we have 1929 divided by 45, which gives us 42.9. I mean, when you want to round it to one decimal place, or I can say 42.86. So let's just use 42.9 billion. 42.9 billion, which is the average. So $42.9 billion. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so that means the average net worth of each corporation, okay, is $42.9 billion. So let's put this on the main book. So the mean becomes, okay, 42.9 billion. So you can see my interpretation that the average net worth of the national corporation is 42.9 billion. Any question on that?
No.
Okay, good. Good. So now let's answer the second question. So we answer the mean. Answer. Let's try. Say here, find the median class and the median. Now, this one is tricky. For our own group data, to find the median, you just divide, arrange the data set in order from the smallest to largest and pick the number in the middle as the median. But you can't do that here because it's grouped. So for group data, our median would be estimate. It might not be the exact number, but estimate. Also, if you're using the formula for the median, the answer would be a little bit off. But it's not that it's wrong, it's still correct. So that's why most homework, we don't ask you to find the median for group data because we know that it's not as accurate as the mean because of the estimation. Now, for you, I'm going to make your life easy to show you how to get the median without the formula. So the median will be just the midpoint of the median class. That means you need to find the median class first. The median class is the class that contains the median. Okay? Now, how do we find it? Median is supposed to be the middle value in a data set. So this one is a group data. We have to find a best way to locate the middle value. I mean, to locate the median class where the median will be located. So for that, to do that, we use the cumulative frequency. First of all, let us see. Total frequency is 45. So let's do this. First of all, since the total frequency is 45, 45 median is halfway. So 45 by 2, halfway. And that'll give us 22.5, I believe. So the median was located somewhere around 22.5. So we can now use, we will now use this to locate the median class. 22.5. If you look at it now, you can look at the cumulative frequency. 10 is very far away from 22.5. 32 is also far away from it. The closest number to 22.5 is 25. And following it to the class, you see that this is the median class right there. So that the median class is 32 to 42. 32 to 42 is the median class. So that the median now becomes equals the midpoint, midpoint of the median class. And that is, look at the median class right here. And this is the midpoint, which is 37. So the median is 37 billion. Now note that if you use a formula for the median, the answer will be a little bit off. We understand that it happens. So now, how do we interpret this? So half of the national corporations have a net worth of 37 billion or less, while the other half has a net worth of 37 billion or more. Any question on this one? Okay, no question. Good. So we answered the median. Now let's look at the mode, modal class and the mode. Modal class is a class that has the highest frequency. And when you look at it, you see that this is the class. This class has a frequency of 2015, which is the highest frequency. So it's this class that is the modal class, 32 to 42. Now note that this is a coincidence. It is not always the case that the median class and the modal class are the same. So this is just a lucky coincidence. So the mode is the midpoint of that modal class. And this is the modal class. And this is the midpoint, which is 37 again. So 37 billion is the mode. 37 billion. Which means that most of the national corporations have a net worth of 37 billion. So we got the mode taken care of. Now it meant to find the variance and the standard deviation. So let's do it now. The variance, the formula for the variance, I'll put it as we do proceed. Now for the variance, we need this total frequency. We need the frequency times x, and we need the frequency times x squared. I wrote them down here. See, frequency times x squared total is 92,031. Frequency times x, the total is 1,929. And frequency, we have a total frequency of 45. So let me write this down. Okay. We got 92031. I have the right one already. So let's find the variance now. So the variance, we can get the formula from the this place. And as I proceed, let me say this. In statistics, you might have up to 3 different formulas. 3 formulas. 3 for finding the same, calculating something like the mean or median and variance and so many other things. So I recommend that you use the one that we do in the class so that you don't get confused. If you know how to use the other formulas, fine. But to avoid confusing yourself, since we have a short semester for you to learn all this, not the short semester, but to save time and make sure that you don't get carried away, stick to the formula we're using in the class. Okay? So variance equals you got sum of x squared. Okay. So we're gonna have sum of x squared. Okay, sum of x squared. But this time around there's a frequency f times x squared, sum of f times x squared. Okay. Okay, minus sum of f times x squared. Okay. Sum of f times x. F times x squared over sum of f divided by sum of f minus 1. Okay? Because this is sample variance. So now we can now put these numbers in for it. We know that, again, let me show you this. We know that the on our main workbook, that the sum of f times x squared is 92,031. You can see from the table right here. And the sum of f times x is 1929, which you can see right here. And the sum of the frequency is 45, which is right here. So let us plug these values in into the formula to get our variance. So our variance becomes equals have sum of f times x squared is, I wrote it down, 92,031 minus sum of f times x squared. As a matter of fact, I need to put this first, put the division okay, right here. Sum of f times x squared. I'm gonna put everything I need to put before I put the number, which is 1929 squared. Yeah, it's doing this because we have it is, let me make it 16. 16 should be good enough for this. It's font of 16 over sum of f times x divided by sum of f, which is 45 all over 45 minus 1. Okay. So let's go and put this in the calculator. When I put this, I'm going to write it down first. Yeah, I got it. So let's go and put this on the calculator so they can have it, get the answer right away. So we got 92,031. Okay. Sure. Minus. Okay. So f times is 1929 squared over 45 all over 45 minus 1. 212.3. 212.3. Write it down. Variance 212.3. So let's go and put it in into our book. 212.3. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it 14 then. So I'm gonna copy this, put it on our main workbook. Okay. So our variance is right here. 212.3. Okay. Then so we answer the variance. Now let's find it. Let me check it off. What is the answer? And after then let's say the standard deviation. I usually interpret when I finish the work, but we don't interpret. No need to interpret the variance since we need what we actually need is the standard deviation, and we need to get the variance before the standard deviation. So let's get the standard deviation now. We have our variance as 212.3. Now, standard deviation is the square root of the variance. Okay. Our standard deviation equals to the square root of the variance Okay. Which is the square root of, let me make it bigger, a little bit bigger, make it 18 again, which is square root of 212.3. So let's get it from the calculator. 212.3. 212.3. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Square root of 212.3. Give me 14.57 or 14.6. 14.6 is good enough. 14.6 is good enough. 14.6. So that's the standard deviation. I would say that it's high because and that's because the income see it's high. The high standard deviation of 14.6 means that there's a lot of there's a variation in the net worth of this corporation. You can see that they started from 10 billion to 75 billion. So there's a significant variation in their net worth. Interpretation. Let me make this interpretation. Make it 18. Okay. The high, make sure you're seeing this. Yep, you're seeing it. Okay, good, excellent. The high standard deviation of 14.6 indicates a significant variation in the net worth of these national corporations. Okay. Any question on this? Any question, guys? Hello. Do you have any question for me?
No questions.
No
Good.
questions.
Good. Excellent. So I think we are done for today. Next, on Thursday, we begin from measures of position. And hopefully finish measures of position that day so that next week we can round up this topic. Okay. Now, let me look at your attendance before we leave. if you don't hear your name, that means I didn't. If you don't hear your name, that means I have you. I have already marked you present. What it means. Let me check again. Denham Carrot. I don't know. I didn't see him here. And okay. Kofi Hall. Okay, not here. Hannibal Elliott, you here? Oh, I see you now. Okay. Corby. I did not see Corby. Navir Lily.
I'm here.
Okay, here. Okay. Okay, let me check it. Camilla Mentor, are you here? Not here. Okay. Christian Marlin. Christian Marlin, not here. Okay. Mia Rosell. Rosell Mia. Not here. Justin. Justin, are you here? You're not here. Tedian. Benjamin, you here? Benjamin. I haven't seen it. And that's it. So I see you guys on Thursday. You know, Thursday we have is our regular remote class. So you have a nice day and be careful.
I
Stay
have a
safe.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we doing class on Zoom still on Thursday?
Yes. Today
Okay.
we are not supposed to do it today, but you know, the weather forecast was not good.
Okay, and do you have me down for attendance? I'm just making sure.
What's your name?
Kai Hairston.
Yeah, I remember I say if you don't hear your name, that means I have already checked mark you present.
You said if you didn't say our names, then you have us
If you
present.
don't hear me call your name, that means I've already marked you present.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Professor, I also double check for me as well for Destiny for Obaje.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too. You too.
Wait, is this video you're gonna send us the email of the recording of this class?
Say it again.
I saw you're gonna send us an email of the recording of the Zoom class today.
You mean the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll upload it in the same place I upload it for the class.
All right, thank you.
All right. See you guys on Thursday.
Hello, Professor. Did you
Yes,
mark
sir.
me down as present? Benjamin
What's your name?
Tolliver.
What's your name?
Benjamin Tolliver.
I called you, but you didn't answer. Okay, let me mark you.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
Right here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good one.